Hey guys, Redneck Wannabe here. I hope all's well with you and your family today. I'm in my truck, obviously, but I've got a little bit of time, so I just thought I would send out just a quick message. And it's not necessarily about homesteading, but you can apply, and I mean, it applies to homesteading, it applies to everything. And so I just wanted to share with you my experience. You know, one of my goals is I want to share my failures and my successes, and hopefully I have more successes than I have failures. But here I'm going to share one of my failures with you today. That it's my goal that I want to, I'd really like to get out of the lawn business and just do ag and all that. Just because honestly I'm ready. I'm ready to do something different. And so one of the things that I've tried is there's an online auction where they have, man, you name it, for sale, and you can get it. And so I ended up buying a 1993 Jeep Cherokee, or Jeep Grand Cherokee, with 93,000 miles. I ended up buying that for $425. And my intent was I was just going to flip it, and make 500, maybe $1,000, somewhere right in there. And I've never done it before, and I'm not a mechanic. I know enough to be really dangerous, really, but I know enough to kind of know what's going on. And so this Cherokee, it didn't have a key, so you couldn't start it up. You didn't. I mean, it's just you take it basically sight. Well, you see it, but that's all. I mean, you can't take it for a test drive. You can't start it. Nothing. You just have to. It's a wing and a prayer. So anyway, I bought this for $425. Everything in. I had to get a key. Had to get it towed out. Yada yada yada. And so I'm in at like $550. So I get it to the house, and I have to charge the battery. So I get the battery charged. I put the key in. I start it, and as soon as I start it, I hear the engine going clang 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 clang. So I turn it off, and then I walk to the front, and it's just dripping in oil. And so, I look under there, and there's, I don't know, 4 or 5 holes in the pan about the size of a dime. And so, I figure I just threw a rod. So, whenever that happened, I'm like, oh, man, $550 down the drain. Long story short, I ended up putting it on, I think Craigslist is where I sold it. But I put it on Craigslist for sale, and I ended up selling it for parts. And so I lost about $150. So I got $400 out of the deal. But I was happy with that. And so some people would say, man, I'm never doing that again. I lost my shirt, and I guess I did. But the way I look at it is it's tuition. And, I am a born entrepreneur. I like to move and shake. I like to make the deal. And, I will do it again. I can't do it this week. Or actually, there were a couple vehicles that I had my eye on this week. But whenever I buy it, it takes a day. I buy it. It takes another day for me to get the paperwork to pay for it. Then it takes another day for me to take the paperwork over to the impound lot to pick it up. So there's 3 days, and I don't have that time this week. So, but next week there's about 3 or 4 vehicles that I've got my eye on that I'm gonna do it again. But the point of the video that I'm making is not only in life but the homestead as well. There's so many times that the first time we try something, we crash and burn. And a lot of times people say, well, I just got chickens and all of them died, so I'm not gonna have chickens anymore. Or whatever, I just planted the tomatoes and I lost all of them to cutworms, and so I'm not gonna do that anymore. And really that happens in life. And it's not just the small kids or children that say that, it's us adults. And it's kind of like a baseball player saying, well, I struck out 3 times in a row and I'm not going to go up to bat again. Well, and you look at it and you're like, well, knucklehead, that's stupid. You're going to get a hit eventually. And that's kind of like life. The first time doesn't always win. You don't always make money. Just count it as tuition in life, tuition, in the school of hard knocks, what have you. So Again, this isn't a homesteading video per se, but just keep on going. We're all going to lose. We're going to crash and burn. One day, if you haven't already, you're going to crash and burn, but everything that you do, you won't always crash and burn. So, whether it's homesteading, whether it's life, it's business, it's, whatever, just keep on keeping on, because eventually, things will work out, and you'll get a hit, and you'll win one, you'll lose one. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or sometimes it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But eventually, you'll keep going. So I just wanted to say this just to encourage people that we're coming up to the first of the year, and people are going to put their New Year's resolutions together. I want to do this, I want to do that, what have you. Some of those are going to be pretty lofty ambitions, and just if you make a lofty ambition and if you don't get it, man, just keep on going. Life happens, but eventually you'll get it. So anyway, I hope this helps. I hope this encourages y'all, and y'all take care. Bye.